question is that the motion be agreed to, and I call the member for Dawson.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker, and I thank the member for Groom for moving this incredibly important motion to the House and highlighting the deplorable and unsettling rise in violent youth crime across Queensland, and especially in my electorate of Dawson. It is ripping our spirits to threads, making our people live in fear, lock themselves inside, or even leave our beautiful region. Frankly, Deputy Speaker, what is beginning to happen to the people in my electorate and the inaction of our current federal and state governments is absolutely disgraceful. For our people to prosper, for our people to be able to live their life to their fullest and enjoy what only North Queensland can have to offer, they first have to have their most basic human need of personal safety met, and that just isn't happening. We need to know that when you're sitting in our lounge rooms watching TV or leaving the house to go to work, that we are safe, that our belongings that we have worked so hard to pay for are safe, that we won't be robbed in broad daylight at knife point, that when we're taking our children for a bike ride to the park, that we're not going to get ambushed by 10 young kids brandishing weapons, like what happened in Adalia in my electorate, that our 74-year-old neighbour won't be assaulted in his own home, so just a couple of teenagers can go for a joyride until the fuel runs out, like what happened in Annandale in my electorate a few weeks ago, that our partners, husbands, wives or children won't have to sleep with weapons next to their bed if we go away because they're too fearful for their safety. And this is happening in my electorate right now. Deputy Speaker, innocent people within my electorate are frequently coming home narrowly avoiding a major crash because kids, some as young as 9 to 10, are stealing cars and going out of their way to terrorise the people and residents in the area. Witnessing the escalating levels of criminal activity in our communities is distressing. The long-term trauma that victims of these crimes are experiencing and suffering is distressing. We need to protect the victims of crime. What makes it worse is we're seeing a dangerous competition emerge among these young offenders, fuelled by the desire for notoriety and misguided notions of popularity. This is no longer about a single moment of adrenaline. This has transformed into a contest, not of skills or achievements, but rather a race to commit most appalling acts, leaving our people marred with the consequences of these thoughtless actions. If a mate steals a Mazda, then they steal a BMW. If their mate steals a BMW, then they have to steal a Mercedes. If their mate steals a Mercedes, they want to steal a Porsche. If their mate steals a Porsche, well, what next? Do they want to steal a life? And all of this is being posted online for bragging rights in a fight to be the biggest and the baddest, traumatising their victims over and over again. We need to protect our children and young people who might be drawn into a life of crime by these glorified videos that they are seeing online. Deputy Speaker, this motion is vitally important and the time to act is now. So today I'm calling on the Albanese Labor government to stop sitting on their hands and turning a blind eye to this issue. I'm calling on the Albanese Labor government to enhance protections for our children and young people online from digital content that depicts criminal activity material and prevent them from a life of crime, and protect victims of crime by empowering the Safety Commissioner to explicitly handle online content of criminal activity material in a similar way to how cyberbullying and cyber abuse material is treated. Deputy Speaker, this is Australia, and the fact that it is 2023, the people in my electorate are so afraid for their safety, and they are sleeping with weapons beside their bed. This is just truly unacceptable. The fact that people in my electorate are thinking twice about taking the kids to the park because they can't guarantee they'll make it there and back safely. Well, that's just appalling. Prime Minister, it's time to stamp out this criminal activity being posted online now. Protect these victims and please protect our children.